Hey everyone, this is Randy from the Opinion Punch with an Opinion Punch exclusive. James Winkler is an individual who claims to have spent time on Mars with a secret U.S. space program, and he has now come back to tell us of his experiences. So make sure you sit back for this one. Your story is a fascinating one. Can you start from the beginning? From recruitment to the time in which you're actually performing missions with the Space Force?
Yes, sure. So I was recruited by the United States Secret Space Program when I was 9 years old. Training took place on Luna Central Command and lasted for 2 years. I received one last mission brief, then we jump gated to Mars, where I was stationed for a little over a decade.
Okay, so let's back up here for a bit, if you don't mind, so that we don't lose listeners. Can you explain Luna Central Command? What is that?
Sure. So, Luna Central Command is the USSSP's main training facility on the moon. Children who are identified and recruited for Project Moon Shadow train there for 3 to 5 years before deploying to a designated mission station.
So you trained on the moon for 5 years?
Just under 5. Yes.
And what is it you're training for? Like, how do you train?
Well, that depends on the mission you're chosen for. Your training is tailored towards your mission. So when you're recruited, your mission is determined based on what the recruitment assessment team feels are your best qualities and natural abilities. I was chosen to do intelligence because I scored high on emotional intelligence assessments and have a very sharp mind.
So I don't understand. You're training on the moon, and it's a secret program, but how does it remain secret? I mean, surely just the length of time alone, over 10 years, would suggest an inquiry that could very well expose the program, right?
Not really. So key to the program is the time travel component. 20 years on Mars is around 2 hours here. So once you're done with your mission, you come straight back to Earth where roughly 2 hours has passed.
Wow.
You also must keep in mind that when we transport, we do so in temporary shells of our bodies. So had my parents come into the room while I was gone, I don't know if they did or didn't, but had they done so, they would have seen my physical self. But had they tried to wake me, they would not have gotten a response.
So the shell is a replica of your actual body?
Correct. It's an exact replica of your body, yes.
Interesting stuff. So you trained for 3 to 5 years, then you go out on your mission. What was that like? I mean, what was your mission?
Training days would be roughly 8 to 12-hour days. Training for me in the beginning consisted of mostly physical activities, running, survival skills, mixed martial arts, and weapons training. Towards the end of my training mission, the focus was much more on sharpening and tailoring my thinking for intelligence work. Deception exercises, behavior analysis, modeling and simulation, and data analysis.
And what specifically were you training for? Ultimately, what was your mission?
My mission was to identify and eliminate all actors responsible for the collapse and enslavement of the human race.
Whether or not it's true, I can't tell you. Obviously, you have to figure it out for yourself. But I can tell you this. It's an interesting story. This is part 1 of several parts to this interview. Enjoy.